to my third custom figure video. I just want to thank everyone who watched my first one. It is much appreciated. Also the 2 subscribers that I gained from it. I'm very happy at the moment from that, so I decided to do another one from these five figures that I've done recently. Firstly, I'd like to start with one of my most basic customs, which is just a repaint. Because I had 2 9th Doctors, both with the burgundy jumper. So here's my other one. Because I had the 50th 11th Doctor set, I decided to paint my second one that I gained with the 11th Doctor set with a different coloured jumper. I decided to go for the green jumper, like the exclusive figure from the Comic Con 2008. So this is just a basic repaint. That's green. Also added in the detail of his jumper, if you can see that. Basic repaint. Secondly is another really basic custom. Not strictly Doctor Who, but I just did the head swap. Because they didn't release McCoy or Chekhov in their uniforms, they only released them in the cadet uniforms here. I decided to purchase myself a Scotty and a Spock who did have their uniforms, which are here, and just swap all the heads round. That means I also have another couple of cadets to walk around the Enterprise. The good thing about these figures, though, is they're the same size as the 3.5-inch new Doctor Who figures, so I might do a crossover animation in the future, but it means I now have the whole normal crew in their actual uniform, which is good. Hello, and this is my third custom. You might be thinking, wait, that already exists, that can't be a custom, but it's not actually the flight control TARDIS, it's the money bank. So I had to edit it and make it work for the figures. This didn't work amazingly well, but I don't have a flight control TARDIS for my 9th or 10th Doctor. So this is the best I can do for now. It still lights up, it still makes the noise and everything. It flashes for a bit, then it turns off eventually. That's all it does though, of course, because it's a money bank. The other downside, of course, is the fact that doors open outwards, not inwards. And there's a horrible bit at the bottom there, where the batteries are. But I did end up putting the picture at the back, which looks quite smart. And, I don't know if this is meant to happen, but this door actually fits inside, so I could use it like that instead. Or I could just have it like that. But it's the right size of my figures, and it's a good alternative for now, considering that the flight control TARDIS is so expensive. Next is one of the customs that I'm most proud of. If you notice, you can notice who it is from the pose I've put him in. But if you don't know it, then obviously I haven't done a good job. The other one is, if you remember from my previous video, I tried to do a 12th Doctor figure using an Auton. It didn't turn out very successfully. I was originally going to use this Hawthorne idea, but I didn't have one. Now that I got a Hawthorne, it's worked very well. I mean, all I've done is I've taken off his glasses from his face. You can still see the gap in his hair where they used to be, but his eyebrows are perfect and everything. Unfortunately, you can see the gap between his waistcoat and the top bit, but all you do is you just take that off and you cut it down and everything. And then you just need to cut down the waistcoat, which is already black. I sort of cut off the silver bits and painted over that though, because it had the key on it. And then I painted the jacket blue, but black would also work. And you can still see some details on it that aren't perfect, because he had quite a smooth coat. But of course, I painted the inside red, because for some reason they missed that out on the 3.75-inch ones. Trousers are grey, he's got black boots, so it's quite perfect really. Unfortunately, I think I cut the coat a bit too short. But other than that, he holds a screwdriver quite well. And he works quite well as well. I'm really proud of that one. Say something nice. From that, I think you can guess who this is. I only did this one recently, like yesterday. but I'm extremely proud of this one. It's worked so well. I've done it from an Idris figure, the TARDIS woman from The Doctor's Wife, and it's just worked amazingly well. I've seen other people do it. I mean, it's obviously not perfect because it's a custom, but it looks very good. I've obviously used the green stuff, which I mentioned in my previous videos. I've cut down little bits of her dress, the little bits of details, and I made it slightly shorter. I've painted the boots black rather than brown. I made the umbrella out of green stuff. Unfortunately, the hands are slightly dark, slightly like a weird zombie sort of colour, because I had to paint over the green details on her hands. Everything's painted purple. The jacket I actually took from an Autorn figure. You know, the one I tried to use for Peter Capaldi. So here he is without his jacket on now. His hair's taken off. You see bits of green stuff on the top of his head. That worked quite well. Unfortunately, that didn't go over very well, so I had to cut it down. So you can see the bits on the shoulders that aren't perfect. I might have to put more green stuff on it and paint it again. The hair's been cut down and painted black. If you notice, I've also made her little device out of green stuff. If you look at that. And little screen on the back. And like I said, the umbrella. That was just a quick one because the 7th Doctor umbrella didn't work very well. I just drew that on, actually, that detail, with a Barrow pen. I don't think this one has the actual writing on it to show you what it is. But it's just a pen. It just seems to work. I did it with my 9th Doctor I showed you earlier as well. But this has worked really well. The detail's quite good. Unfortunately, it has got some gaps. Like, it does look like she's wearing a bit of a lifeboat thing. But other than that, you can see it's missing, especially when you put it next to my custom 12th Doctor here. It works quite well. And especially when you go...
Who are you?
Oh, you know who I am. I'm Missy.
Who's Missy?
Please try to keep up. Short for mistress? Well, I couldn't very well keep calling myself the master. Now could I? Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like if you like my customs, comment on any customs you've done or any customs that you like that I've done, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you and goodbye.